Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It kind of dawned on me, and I'm an former infantry guy, so maybe I'm not the fastest guy at the table, but it kind of dawned on me, a lot of what you're doing is really foreign affairs work of the U.S. government.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you are out there working with our former enemies, in a way, to, to find our remains. You're finding their remains, and you're returning them with dignity. I can only imagine that returning those Chinese to China was, a huge plus for us from a foreign affairs and foreign relations standpoint. And I just want to say it sort of, as I've listened to you talk, it sort of opened my eyes to even further possibilities with what you're doing. So I want to, again, thank you.
Sir, if I could comment.
Yeah, please do.
It's a very insightful observation. Our mission actually predated normalization of relations with Vietnam by 10 years.
Wow.
We were actually working in Vietnam on investigations and recoveries 7 years before the U.S. Embassy planted a flag. Vietnam at the time recognized, through the work of the National League of Families and other activities, that this was important to the United States. And so you're absolutely right. It's a tool of diplomacy. It's a tool of engagement. And because it's humanitarian, even today, we are the only military-to-military engagement allowed by DOD with Russia. And we engage with the Chinese. And again, both countries, despite the strain and stress and tension with the overarching bilateral relationship, recognize this as a humanitarian endeavor.
Well, that certainly makes it a lot easier. I mean, I am excited to hear that, and I think that's a huge plus, sort of a side effect. I mean, your goal, of course, is to go and find our boys and girls who've given their life for their country, but I think it is icing on the cake that what you're doing is really beneficial to our foreign policy. And Chairman Lynch, I just want to ask you, the next time you make one of these codels, I'd love to know, because I'd love to go out in the field and just share our appreciation with the men and women who are doing this mission. So thank you.
Mr. Green, you're in. You're in. If we'd be proud to have you. And obviously, this will be a joint Democratic and Republican codel, and you're certainly welcome to attend, as well other members of the committee too, Mr. Cloud as well.